Alright, yo, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video. This time I have a Reddit post, which I don't react to Reddit posts, but this is a Reddit post from 1 year ago, and I literally thought of it this morning, and I was like, I want to go over this with you guys because I feel like this post really exemplifies how lost the world is, how often the internet, people on Reddit, they will give you bad advice, biblically unsound advice. And honestly, I remember reading this post a year ago and I was like, bro, everyone in the comments is wrong. Like, that's how I felt. So this is kind of a childish post, but regardless, I think it still reveals something pretty interesting about Reddit and the internet and the world in general. So let's go through it, right? So this is a Reddit post that someone posted on r/text, and it says, I kissed a guy the previous night. My friend came at me like this the next day. So she said, I aired my insecurities about a guy I kissed to my friend the previous night. She came at me like this the next day. The only thing I told her was that me and the guy had good chemistry, but he is pretty distracting, I guess. The rest, everything is her assumption and imagination. Sigh. So this person, I'm assuming based on how they're talking and typing, it's probably like a 15-year-old girl max, right? But regardless, the comments that we're going to read after we analyze this post, we're going to see a lot of just wickedness. So this is the text. This is some of the text. I'll give it to your roommate. At least her guys are paying for her stuff and giving her a place to stay. You're doing this stuff for free. Now look who's the real Oh, you talk like every sad who has no in life. Hater. What do you mean free? So defensive. I bet he hasn't even asked you out yet. You're literally calling me a and saying I gave away my self-respect because I kissed a guy. Have you never kissed anyone? It's not that deep. So just to give more context, like, bro, the girl in blue, she's the one who made this post. And she's trying to frame her friend as like a hater and jealous and all this stuff. Let's keep reading, but once you get more context, like, you're gonna start to understand something, right? But let's keep reading. This is the next screenshot. You probably did it multiple times. You bet that guy with a tree if he had a chance. Like, shit, all right, that was kind of crazy. You are unbelievable. I genuinely regret telling you. Nah, you're mad. I actually made a point. Doing all these things with a guy who has no intentions of actually being with you, and for free. You are way out of line. For free. Who said he has no intentions of being with me? And I don't have to justify whatever happened between us to you, because clearly you don't get So you're telling me he would be DTF, which is an inappropriate phrase, down to but he doesn't even have the balls to ask you out? Make it make sense. You're just assuming and making mad statements that are super hurtful. Now we're getting into like, oh, I'm emotional. Like, I hate when people do this. You're making me mad. Like, low-key, she right. The girl who with the white text, the gray text, you start reading more, it's like you're trying to frame her like the villain. Low-key, she's like, I kind of see what she's saying, right? And she's making real arguments, and now you're talking about, these are super hurtful statements. You don't even know what happened between us. Oh, someone's getting defensive over her boy toy who's probably done this with 1,000 other girls. For all I know, y'all barely know each other, and he's already trying to do this stuff with you? That's such a red flag. Do you realize how out of line and disrespectful you are? You don't know, because I didn't tell you what all happened. Bro, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to pause right there. Bro, that's something that's so common, especially if you're like a Christian and you have discernment. One thing that people always say is, bro, how could you say that? You don't even know all the details. You don't even know that person all the way. Like, if you have real life discernment and you're a real Christian, sometimes you can say something like, I don't know if that person's really a Christian. I don't know, just the fruit saying, bro, you don't know them personally. How could you say something like that? It's like, bro, we have discernment. But when people say that, I didn't tell you all what happened. It's like, you don't need to. You don't need to tell me all what happened. I have discernment. I can put two and two together. Like, I don't like when people say that. But let's keep going, right? Let's keep going. We're going to finish this post. We're going to finish this, and then we're going to go to the comments, and then I'm going to give some commentary, all right? If you're listening if you're still watching, thank you so much, bro. Okay, she's like, let's, because I didn't tell you what all happened, and I never should have. And then she said, so what I'm hearing is, y'all barely know each other. That's your imagination, right? You never tell me anything, so how am I supposed to assume anything else? You made this guy sound like a deadbeat stoner who doesn't have anything better to do. So what else am I supposed to think about this guy? He pulled a joint once, and you're calling him a stoner. You make all these assumptions. LMAO, I'm crying. Like you genuinely know how to hurt people. And I'm phone. I don't even know what that means. I'm phone. Sorry. Tell all this to your boy who happens to care so much about you that he can't even commit to you. Assumptions and imaginations. I'm going to keep assuming because like I mentioned before, you're not telling me, You like to keep this on the down low, don't you? You haven't even told me his name. And I'm obviously not going to tell you, Obviously because you hurt me. And this combo made it clear that it's like why are you so defensive of this man? Like I don't understand. I'm not defensive. I'm genuinely hurt that you're so rude and disrespectful. Yes, you're being defensive. You've been defensive of this man. Like I didn't even find out about this until weeks later. Why is that the case? You can keep imagining all of this because I don't need to justify or tell you Why is this so secretive? How am I supposed to trust you after that? Good luck giving that excuse to everyone. Nobody's gonna buy that What the heck is secretive? I tell when I feel like it. And you're talking about trust, even though I didn't tell you because you would judge me so hard, and hence proved by this combo. Like you're making this about you and me not telling you. And not to mention how disrespectful you are. You don't even know the full story. And instead of asking me if you're interested, you just made assumptions and said stuff that's really hurtful. How is me, let alone anyone, supposed to be okay with that? The world doesn't revolve around you. You can't expect people to, I don't know what she said there. Even if I asked, you wouldn't say stuff because you are head over heels for this guy, admit it. This is the last slide, guys. And this wasn't some 100 weeks before thing like you're imagining. I asked his name before. You barely mentioned anything. Why is that the case? Thank gosh I didn't tell you his name. If I told you 2 sentences and you found a way to hurt me this bad. You see, this is the problem. You expect me not to judge or do anything while you can go out and mess around all you want. All right, boom. That was a long post. Bro, if you really stuck through all that little teenage drama, and apparently, I don't know, these people might be in college age, but they text like they're like 12. That's how I texted when I was like 10, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. The girl in blue tries to make her friend in gray seem like the bad person, but in reality, especially if you're a Christian, it's like, I feel like a Christian would more so agree with the girl in gray. You're fornicating, or I mean, you kissed a dude. It's not fornication, but that's sexual immorality. I would consider that sexual immorality. I know that's controversial, but kissing a dude you're not even committed to at all, it's like, what are you doing, right? But let's see how the world views it, because I think as Christians, we probably would align with the gray text, but let's see what the world views, how the world views it. This is not your friend. I've literally never spoken to a friend like this, nor had any friend speak to me this way. Reevaluate who you call a friend. This might happen to be someone you know, but they're not a friend. I've literally never spoken to another human, especially a friend like this. The Bible says wounds from a friend are better than kisses from an enemy. Sound like that, right? That's in Proverbs. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. So, yeah, your friend might say something that's hurtful in the moment. Oh, that's so hurtful. But she's actually trying to help you. It's like, yo, be careful. Who's this dude you're kissing? Who's this stoner you're kissing? He smoked joints. You know what I'm saying? He's not committed to you, but you want to kiss on him. You want to fornicate with dude, don't you? But you got to relax. That's a real friend. It probably hurts in the moment, but she's a real friend, right? But the world doesn't view it that way. Is your friend essing on you for not being a prostitute? Yeah, that was the one thing. She's like, you're doing it for free. You know, but really, I get what she's saying. Like, obviously, no, you shouldn't be getting paid for it at all. It should only be in the confines of marriage. But she's saying, like, you're basically behaving like a prostitute but with none of the benefits of being a prostitute, which means you're not getting paid for it. So you're just being just a thought. You're just being a thought for free. So that's what she's saying. So she's really trying to emphasize how messed up the situation is, right? Here's something that a lot of people were saying. Oh, your friend is giving super jealous vibes. Is it possible she has feelings for you? So people are projecting homosexuality onto her friend. Here's another post right below it. She's definitely in love with you and hates herself for it. Oh, this hits the nail on the head. Like, nah, she's in love with you. Like, oh my gosh. It's like y'all are y'all have homosexual brains. If that's how you viewed it. Because I don't view it that way. I view it like, nah, she just cares about you and she wants you to make better decisions. Right? But honestly, I mean, we can read. Look at this. Look at this. Your friend is in love with you. Here's a last comment we're gonna read, and then I guess I'll say something. I don't get it. People usually go out a few times to see if there's any connection or chemistry before they commit. Does she want you to charge per kiss? Is she upset she wasn't asked to get a percentage of the profits? So I feel like some people don't really have good reading comprehension. I don't think people really grasp things like when they read it. I don't think that was the point. You know, that wasn't the point. But ultimately, I feel like this post, because it's crazy, this post had over 10,000 likes, right? 10,000 upvotes. So a lot of people are like, yeah, your friend is so messed up. That's not a real friend. But in reality, like, nah, she was a good friend. And the world really has completely normalized fornication, sexual immorality, all this stuff. And so when someone stands up for righteousness, when someone stands up for purity and stuff like that, they're viewed as jealous. They're viewed as weird. They're viewed as a homosexual for some reason. And it's so crazy, right? But that's one thing I want to say, though. Like, when you really stand on business, biblical business, yeah, you going to get ops just for no reason, even though you're right? And so, but what's so crazy to me is, like, give it a couple years, I guarantee the girl in blue text, she's going to be like, dang, my friend was right. Like, if she keeps going down this path, I guarantee you she might get in a relationship with the dude and it's going to go really bad. And she's going to be like, dang, my one friend was right. But at that point, you probably cut her off, right? But it's like, people don't want to hear wisdom, you know? People don't like hearing wisdom, you know? For those who have ears, let them hear, you feel me? But it's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy how, like, as Christians, I would assume, let me know if you guys agree with me that the girl in gray was, she was more so on the correct side rather than the girl in blue. Let me know what you guys think. But I would assume that most Christians would agree with the girl in gray. But it's crazy because this post really showed you, like, it's like almost two different realities. Like, we agree with her, but apparently Reddit and these internet people, I don't know, but they think the blue girl is correct. So it just shows you that we are peculiar, bro. We're not like the world, bro. You know, but that's interesting. But I don't know. If you watch this whole thing, bro, oh my goodness, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, watch my other videos. Bye.